Go check out buycheapfifacoins.com to get the best cheap coins around on the market. Use the discount code Rossi for an extra discount off your coins. It's a fully automated service, so you get your coins instantly. What more could you ask for? Now let's roll on to today's video. Hello guys, Mr. Ross1990 here, and it's episode 4 of the Diamond Effect, my secondary series to the Random Hybrid. I did an episode of this yesterday as well, so you probably, if you missed that, obviously go check that out, but you are probably aware of it's back on my channel after about 2 weeks of it not being on there. I don't really know why I didn't do these videos, but I felt as if the Random Hybrid was doing so well, I didn't want to miss a day kind of thing, if that makes sense. So, yeah, we're going back with a little bit of a cheaper one for you guys today. I've had it mentioned a few times, and it's going to be Shaktar. Now, what bloody league are they in again? I can never remember the league. Oh, it's the Ukrainian league, isn't it? Which one's that? That bugger there. Shakhtar. Now, the centre mid we're going to go for is Fernando. Good player in this game, actually. Obviously, he's a non-shiny, but as a centre mid, not really much more you can ask for a 76 rated. He's got a medium-high work rate, so he sits back a little bit, which in this formation is handy, but does open up a gap in midfield a little bit, I gotta say. 78 pace, though, so he gets around. 78 physical, 77 defending, 71 passing. Decent, really decent. Now, the cams. There's a number of options. The two I went for were Tyson and Marlos. So I actually left out Bernard. Now, the reason I did that is because I'm used to Tyson. I really like him on this game. As you can see, 16 games overall, 12 goals scored. I use him very well. And Marlos, I thought because he's new to kind of like the game again, and Shaktar, and just being back in the game, and, you know, it'd be good to use him rather than Bernard, who's been in the game recently and we would have used before. So I thought I would go down that route. That's the reason why I went for him. And the striker is going to be, obviously, Douglas Costa. Fantastic player in this game. He's got them... He's just got something about him. Obviously, he's got the 5-star skills, which I don't mean, but he really does feel really good in the game when you're using him. He feels fantastic as a striker, so obviously he's a preset cam, or maybe he's a centre forward, I can't remember. But the out-and-out striker, you would go for Douglas Costa, and he is fantastic. Like I said, this is a little bit of a cheaper one for you guys today. And the outskirts of the team as well stayed the same with Rafael, Asu, Niang, Abate, Nuaha, Cahill, and Hart. So actually, the highest rated player in this team is unbelievably Joe Hart and goal at 82. So it's not a very high rated team. So yeah, let's see how well it performs in the games. What I'm going to do now is run you through the 3 games I played with this team, how it performed, show you all the goals from them games, and then give you a little rundown of how the diamond actually feels at the end. So I'll see you in 2 seconds with a little bit of gameplay. Okay, so over into the gameplay side of things on today's episode. We come up against a bloody OP BPL Silver team first, but Darren Bent up front was a little bit of a thought that at the start. Why the hell would you have Darren Bent up front? He's an alright player, let's not be mean to him, but he's not what you'd exactly expect to come up against in these silver teams. I didn't even know he was a silver, to be fair, and it started the worst possible way. My defensive line just decides to mug me off, and he'll go through and he'll score straight from kickoff. That's one of the things I hate about this 4-5-1 formation. He's got a free run at my defense pretty much every single time kickoff happens, and I wasn't ready for that. I really didn't think he was going to run right through, and yeah, so that was kind of annoying. And the game was quite laggy as well, so I do apologise if there's a little bit of lag on your screens. But it was on the game as well. So, but we do get a little bit lucky here. He gives us the ball, and we play a nice ball there. I originally thought he was offside, but hell no he wasn't. And he'll put that one in the goal. And as, of course, Douglas Costa, he is amazing. He is honestly the standout player in the majority of the Brazil teams I've built. And then look at this motherfucker. Brings on Messi for Darren Bent early in, I think that's like late in the first half. And, yeah. That pissed me off, because a nice bit of skill there, by the way, from me, from Diego. I keep calling him Diego Costa. It's Douglas Costa. And we actually go 2-1 in the lead there. But he brought Messi for Darren Bent. That's what I was saying. I was thinking, why the hell would you have Darren Bent? And then I don't know if it's a loaned Messi or he just has a random paid-for Messi sat on his bench. But I don't like people who do that. I find that irritating. And obviously, Messi's now throwing 9 chemistry coming up against me. And, that's annoying. But we were 2-1 up at half-time, and we were quite comfortable. And then an annoying corner goal goes in. It's a good header, actually. Good towering header, and it goes in the bottom corner. Nice finish to put him straight back in the game at 2-1. I think that's Mo Diame. And then this is just bullshit, because I've got a guy in the line to clear it. Kind of gets cleared. My guy hits the deck, and then the goalkeeper parries it. And then, of course, his guy is first to react. And yeah, he takes that 3-2, and that was frustrating, and that was how it ended as well. So we did in fact lose that game, and not a good start to the Diamond Effect with Shakhtar. But, you know, we scored 2 goals, so we can only do that side of things with the actual Diamond. The rest is up to the defensive people, and they just didn't perform today. And we can see 3 goals. Messi didn't even score, which was the even more annoying thing. It was 3 other players. But he deserved the win. He played better, you could say, so fair play to him. And then we come up against this team right here, who is a strange team. It's got a lot of skillers in there. The front 3 are all 5-star. He's got Depay, Shikawi, Cuadrado, not full chemistry. He's got some Chimitri, or whatever it's called in Cam, with an attribute card. Whether or not that's an all attribute card, I haven't got a clue. It doesn't really say. It could just be on like defending. We really don't know. But we actually played this game very, very well. I played very good football in this game. And we do actually take a little bit of time to get the opening goal. But we do get lucky. Defensive, not exactly clearing it. We get in behind. A little bit of fancy footwork. A little bit of luck to that as well. And we do score with, again, I think that is... I'm not too sure who that is, actually. I'm not going to lie to you. I cannot see who that is on my screen. But it's a nice bit of play. It was Marlos. Of course it was. Beautiful Marlos. Beautiful play. And look at this for play. Gets a nice little pace abuse down the wing. We cut in. Play some ball. But look at this quick footwork. I fucking love that. I absolutely love that. When you see players do that in real life, just a little shimmy of the feet, and you've literally mugged a guy right off. I mean, he can't even touch you, and we'll take the lead 2-0 there. But I thought that was a really sick goal, and it was Douglas Costa again. You don't even need skills for that. But that was 2-0 at halftime. We were dominating. I felt quite comfortable in this game. His opponent, you know, he was meant to be a skiller, but he didn't really skill a lot. And then this free kick, I thought it was a really good idea from me there. I didn't realise Douglas Costa was going to come and smash it. I was just going to ping it across the face and just see if anybody got on the end of it. And Douglas Costa just came in and just smashes it in the top corner. Beautiful goal to put us comfortable in this game. I think that's now 3-1, and we are literally very, very comfortable in this game now. And then I think this is... I don't even know who the hell this is running through, but pace! And he's absolutely clean through, and the shot gets saved, and there he is on the rebound. That's Douglas Costa getting himself another goal in this game to put us 4-0 up, and we are absolutely cruising at this time. I thought it was going to be a tough opponent. It really wasn't, and that was quite good for me because I needed a confidence boost after losing the first game. But then look at this. He throws it right at my play. You're about to see now. Boom. For some reason, I don't shoot. Very surprised why I didn't shoot, and I kind of muck it up. But then I get very lucky. The ball just like pings around the box for a little bit, and then actually just goes in off his guy and an own goal. And we'll take that for 5-0. Probably should have scored it originally, so kind of pushes my guy out of the way there, and then gets himself the own goal. So whether or not he wanted that, I do not know. But that is the way that one ended. So we won that one 5-0. Very comfortable performance. Nice bit of play from the Diamond. No goals conceded as well, which is fantastic for the team in general. And it was a good experience. We got a win after a loss, which is always good. You know, get back on it and win the game, because a loss is never good. And you could easily go down and down and down and lose 3 out of 3 would be terrible. But we did win that one 5-0, so it was a very comfortable win indeed. Douglas Costa, definitely the standout player so far, doing the business and getting the goals to go with it. Getting a man of the match in that game as well, scoring the majority of the goals. 5-0 it did finish, 767 coins. We dominated the game. Very good on the stats there. He didn't have many shots at all, and that's the reason why we kept the clean sheet. I even had more possession in that game, and that is a rarity, I must say. But then we come up against this guy, and I hate teams like this. 4-4-2 in this year's FIFA, honestly, is very, very strong. He's got 2 very pacey centre-backs, Nuaha and... oh, shit, I can't remember what he's called, the Tottenham centre-back guy, but he's got Vargas and Juve up front, who are pacey in their own right. And they're difficult to play against, as you may well know. But they start off the game. He does get in behind. Nice little bit of turn of pace there. And he is away. And he is rapidly through. And he will actually score this. But look how shit that goal is. I mean, really? He takes a shot. It's like comfortably safe. And then it's like stuck under Joe Hart. And he stands up and he's like, I can't be asked. I'll just let him score. You might see it in the replay here. He kind of sits down and gets up and thinks, okay, that's fine. Just allow him in to score. And that put him 1-0 up in the game. But then we get in behind here. Another irritating thing. He brings my guy down. He gets a yellow card for that. I mean, 9 times out of 10, you see a red card for that when they bring you down in the box for pulling your shirt or whatnot. And he's like the last man. He kind of wasn't the last man. I mean, there was people there. But it's a goal scoring opportunity. And I would have thought that was going to be a red card. And then the game probably would have changed, you know, in my favour, and I probably would have won it quite comfortably, but it wasn't to be. He got a yellow card, but we did, of course, get the penalty, and yeah, I actually took it with Rafa, because I didn't feel like changing it, but I probably should have took it with somebody in the Diamond, but Rafa's my main man, and he will tuck this penalty away right down the middle. There it is. And that'll make it 1-1, and then we're back in the game. Do we deserve that? Debatable. But the penalty, I still feel as if it should have been a red card. Let me know in the comment section below. Do you think I should have been a red card or not? Let me know. And another thing which really irritates me about this game, that's 1-0 at half-time. But does anybody else notice when you like take on a goalkeeper and the goalkeeper hacks you out? You don't get shit for that. But look at this for a Randy goal. He gets pinged around the box and just swing a leg at it. And it goes right in the corner. I think that was Marlos getting himself on the score sheet again. And he turned out to be quite a good player, actually, Marlos. I was quite happy that I picked him over Bernard. But whether or not Bernard's a good player this year, like I said, the reason why I picked him was because he hasn't been in previous FIFAs. So I thought I would use him, basically. And then we look at this. Is absolutely shite. I like defensive side of things, and Joe Hart in this game really pissed me off. I mean, why is he not coming for that ball? Or why is my defender not clearing the lines? One of two has to happen. Neither happen, and he apparently gets in behind there. I mean, the defender's poor, Joe Hart's poor for not coming out. That's just a horrible goal to concede, and it was actually 2-0 at half-time. But we're playing in normal matches, so we'll go to extra time instead of actually getting a draw, because I hate draws. I hate draws. And I'm so grateful that EA have took away the thing where they can end this draw now on the thing. It just instantly goes to extra time, which is awesome. But of course, we get very unlucky here. I feel as if I tackled him there, and then he fucks up an advanced rainbow and still manages to keep the ball close to his feet. And I cannot get the motherfucking ball off of him. And he passes it through. And again, we get half tackle in. It's not quite cleared. And again, he puts it across. And yeah, he pings it in the top corner. Or not really top corner, kind of like the middle of the net. And he scores, and that's really annoying because I felt as if we did quite well in this game, and we're end up going to lose the game because of that. And it's in extra time, and there's not a lot of time to come back. It's very, very quick tempo in extra time. We've only got like obviously 15 minutes in game time, which is like what, 2 minutes, not even that of real time to get a goal or anything, and it wasn't to be, and we lost that game 3-2. So we actually ended up losing 2 out of 3 in this episode, which is really annoying. But it was closer games. It wasn't like convincing losses. It wasn't like 8-0 loss or something like that. And it was frustrating, I gotta admit. This diamond effect wasn't the best I've ever had, but it was still decent, and it was a cheap one. Like I said, we'll run you through it now. What team should I use next, by the way? Leave it in the comment section below. 4.6k. This team will cost you very cheap. Best player, in my opinion, was in fact Costa. Very, very good player, and I would recommend him as striker to anybody in a Brazil team, in a Shakhtar team in general, just any kind of team you fancy putting him in. He gets ultimate chemistry with a lot of players, so you could link him in that sense, obviously. But I'm going to give this team a 6 out of 10. Not the best, not the worst. The diamond itself wasn't bad. It just lacked a little bit of creativity. Douglas Costa was fantastic, but coming up against some fast defenders, the strength probably wasn't there, and it was quite irritating, and it was just the way it was, to be honest. But that is going to be the end of this video, guys. If you have enjoyed it, a like would be absolutely fantastic. Subscribe if you are new to my channel. Have a nice day. I'll catch you next time, and bye-bye. Boom.